Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show. I'm Farr. As always, there's no guest. That's what the card says. I actually have a card for once. You know, it's a rare occurrence when I have a card, so there's a lot to talk about actually, so let's get started. So you see I'm wearing this Aaron Hills US Open shirt. The main reason I'm wearing it is because I don't really watch golf. I'm going to be honest there. I know this is kind of just random, I just wanted to throw that in there. But it's 10 minutes away from my house. I grew up in the area, in Hartford area. So it's cool. I visited it. It was nice to see. And then what we're all here for. E3 is over. Well, it's still going at the time of this recording, but that's not important. So I'm gonna give you my rundown of what happened at E3. The big things from my point of view. So if I don't include certain things, like Ubisoft stuff, you know, I'm sorry. I'm just going down the major press conferences. So starting with EA, because they were the first, obviously, to go. A Way Out is a prison co-op game, it looks like. I thought it looked good, but that's just me. It comes out in 2018. Then, In the Name of the Czar comes out in September. Battlefield 1 DLC, that's good to hear about. I'm excited, I guess, for that, because I got the season pass. And it'll give me another reason to reinstall Battlefield 1, because on PC you start running out of space, and I'm just lazy and don't want to get a hard drive. So, then my biggest deal of their conference, Star Wars Battlefront 2 looks amazing. It looks like a mix of their Battlefront from 2015 and the original 2 from 2004 and 2005. I'm super excited for it. I think it looks great. Then, now that EA is done, like I said, I'm sorry if I left anything out that was important to you. This is just my list of what I thought was cool. Xbox One X, or the Scorpio, is coming out in November for $500. I mean, I don't really see a reason to get it, but that's just me. Because with PS4 Pro, there was a reason to get it other than the games look better, which was it will help VR look better and run better. So, I don't know. Crackdown 3 is coming out in November. I like the Terry Crews trailer. I'm gonna be honest, not getting Crackdown 3 though. I don't really care for Crackdown, but that's just me again. Forza Motorsport 7 is October, which will then go to Xbox One X and get a resolution bump to 4K. I get that it's a 4K machine, but you know, still. And then the biggest thing from Xbox's thing I took away, there was no Halo. Not even a glimpse of Halo, other than 5 will run natively on the Xbox One X. So, yay, I guess? Sure. Bethesda, this was the big one of the first couple of days in my mind, which was Doom VR. They're gonna get a Doom, it looked like expansion, that's all VR related. Fallout 4 was remade in VR. Well, not really remade, but you know what I mean, it's VR now. And that comes out in fall. Evil Within 2 in October. We'll just skim over that. Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus in October. Hyped for that. I will buy that on Steam one day when it's on sale, to be honest. Skyrim on Switch with Amiibo support, well, compatibility, in fall. I'm hyped for this because I want to get a Switch for Zelda, Skyrim, and a couple things coming up later when we talk about the Nintendo press conference. And then the one that I only talked about one thing, which is Ubisoft, Beyond Good and Evil 2, which I put down as coming out never, because it's been how long since Good and Evil 1 came out? So, that's just me. And now let's move on to the other E3 press conferences. Alright, so these are the big two in my mind. Sorry Microsoft, the Xbox brand has slowly been going downhill in my mind. Don't get me wrong, with the Xbox One X, you fixed it a bit, but that's okay. So Sony, God of War looked amazing. The trailer I saw, I'm hyped. Got pushed back to 2018, that was kind of expected. Early 2018. Uncharted The Lost Legacy comes out in August. That looks pretty good. Set right after Uncharted 4, if I read that correctly. Gran Turismo Sport still doesn't have a release date, but fall, so sure. Detroit Become Human looks great. I always forget the name of the studio that made it, but they made Beyond Two Souls, which isn't their greatest thing, but Heavy Rain, which they don't know when it's coming out, but that's just a good thing to note. The Frozen Wildland, or Wilds, for Horizon Zero Dawn DLC, so fall, that's all it says, really. Marvel Spider-Man in 2018. That was expected, it wouldn't come out this year. The Impatient, my bad, words are hard. It's early in the morning, sorry. Which is to be announced. It's from the people that made Until Dawn and Until Dawn Rush of Blood. It's a VR game. Skyrim VR. This is one of the big things that Bethesda left out of the press conference. It might come to PC, hopefully. Coming in November though for PSVR. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is September. We already knew that, but there's some more clarification. It's more of a Sony thing. Destiny 2 September, also a Sony timed exclusive type thing. Call of Duty World War II November also. So those are the third-party ones, really just getting them out of the way. And then Shadow of the Colossus Remake. I am hyped for this. I played little Shadow Colossus on the PS2, but I'm hyped to play this. I didn't play it on PS3. I've been tempted to check it out for a long time, and this will give me a real good reason to want to play it, because it looks amazing with the new trailer. Hopefully it keeps looking that good. And hopefully it comes out actually in 2018, because, you know, with The Last Guardian, and Ico came out pretty close after, but The Last Guardian was pushed back so many times, so hopefully it comes out. And then what I'd consider the biggest one of E3, because Sony was kind of just like, here's 2018 for us. Fall looks okay, but that's just me. Zelda DLC is coming out June 30th, so that'll be like right here pretty much. And then Amiibos for the new DLCs are to be announced. I don't know when they're coming out. Super Mario Odyssey in October, just more the Mario Odyssey game. That's really all there is to say. It looks great, but a new Kirby and Yoshi game. Those are, well, a new Kirby game by itself and a new Yoshi game by itself in whenever they feel like it. They're Nintendo. And then the biggest things in my mind, other than the Zelda DLC, Metroid Samus Returns is a remake of Metroid 2 for the 3DS coming out in September, so I'm hyped for that. Sorry about that, I ran out of camera space, so that's kind of why it looks wonky. I had to, you know, move stuff. I'll move the footage. So, as I was saying, they just had Metroid Samus Returns, the remake of Metroid 2 for the 3DS coming out in September. I'm hyped for that. Then the big bombshell was Metroid Prime 4. E3 won. I'm a big Metroid fan. We haven't really gotten a real game since Other M, and we don't really talk about Other M. So, what did you think about E3? I personally thought it was kind of a down year, other than a couple big announcements. Sony was pretty much just all the same stuff, just saying what's going to be released, you know, this year that we already knew about, and then pushing most of their titles back to next year. Nintendo's like, here's Zelda DLC, new Kirby and Yoshi games, Super Mario Odyssey coming out later this year, the remake coming out later this year, and then Metroid Prime 4 coming out whenever. And then obviously E3 next year, later this year. So stuff we already knew other than A Way Out pretty much. And then the BioWare game that I didn't talk about because it's so early, we don't need to talk about it. Microsoft with the Scorpio and games coming out later this year. No Halo, so not huge big things. Bethesda, which had VR for their games, Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein 2, and Skyrim on Switch. And then Beyond Good and Evil, which will never come out, most likely. That's a joke. I'm sorry if you really want that game. But really, E3 this year was kind of a down year, like I said. So, what did you think of E3? Comment below, let me know. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And have a far off night.